Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is a video for naming covalent compounds. This is worksheet number 5. It's kind of cut off at the top there, huh? Time for new copies, Mr. Call. I want to teach you how to use the inside of your naming booklet to work on that worksheet. Please do not attempt this worksheet without a completed naming booklet. We did rules on the inside. So if you don't have this completed or written out, please pause the video, go find somebody that's got it, or email us, and we'll send you a copy of this so that you know how to do it. You're going to need these prefixes over on this side here. You're going to need the rules in the middle, and these are examples over here, but we'll show you some on the board in just a second, okay? So when naming covalent compounds, remember these are compounds that are metals bonded to other nonmetals. So our rules are similar, but just a little bit different to when we were dealing with ionic compounds, all right? Got a few examples on the board. Let's take a look at them. Rule number 1 is to name the element that is furthest to the left on the periodic table. If you're looking at a formula, then you can just take the one that's listed first. That's going to be the one that's furthest to the left. Just write the name. Don't change it at all. Sulfur stays sulfur. Okay? Watch your spelling. You've got a periodic table in front of you, so please use it. Make sure your spelling is correct. The second step says take the other one, the other element, and give it that IDE ending. So oxygen becomes oxide, like so. And now we're ready for the prefixes. On the inside of your naming booklet, these prefixes over here from 1 to 10, you don't have to memorize them because you get to use your naming booklet on the actual test and quizzes, but you want to give it a prefix to represent how many atoms there actually are. So if there's only one sulfur, then right now we're going to play dumb and we're going to put monosulfur, because that's one. And if we have 3 oxides, then we're going to put trioxide right there. The reason I say playing dumb is in the naming booklet, rule number 4 down here says drop the prefix on the first element if it's mono. Only on the first element and only if it's mono. So it's not really monosulfur. We're going to cross out that mono as if it were never there to begin with. Okay? Gone. So the name for this is sulfur trioxide. Okay? Same set of rules, but we're going to try a different compound here. Start by naming the element that's furthest to the left on the periodic table, or the one that's listed first in the formula. It's nitrogen. Okay? Oxygen still becomes oxide. Now I go ahead and I put my prefixes in. The prefix for 2 nitrogens is di, di. And for oxygen, we have 5, so that's going to be penta. Things are going to be squished in here a little bit. Pentaoxide. It's okay to have the A next to the O here. We don't have to drop either of those vowels. It's pentaoxide. So dinitrogen pentaoxide. And this is a good place to show you that the name of the compound actually helps us get back to the formula pretty easily. Dinitrogen means we have 2 nitrogens, and pentaoxide means we have 5 oxides. And so you can write the formula from the name just as easily as you can get the name from the actual formula. Okay? One more just for good measure over here. This is phosphorus, and this is chlorine. This is named just straight from the periodic table, no changes. Phosphorus. Our chlorine becomes chloride. And now it's time for our prefixes. Since there's only one phosphorus, mono, phosphorus. And there are 3 chlorides, so we've got trichloride. And remember that pesky rule number 1, or 4th rule, is that if this first element has the prefix mono, we get rid of it. Okay? We don't have mono on that first one. Mono can be on the second one just fine, like carbon monoxide. But you can't have mono on this first one here. So it's phosphorus trichloride. Okay? Work through this worksheet here. The first 5 are examples that we did in class, and the remaining 6 through 15 are your graded assignment. Please turn it into the blue box. It is due on, let's say Wednesday of this week. Okay? If you missed it or it's late, get working on it. You can turn it in late without penalty. But remember, if I go to grade them and they're not in the box, it goes in initially as a 0 in the grade book until I get a chance to grade your late work. Hope that helps. Please come with questions if you have them.